Hong Kong police have fired tear gas at protesters in Lan Kwai Fong after demonstrators hit the party district for the first time.
And they had marched to the nightlife area from Victoria Park this evening. The aim was to protest against a ban on face masks, which has not been adhered to so far. Tonight, of course, it's Halloween, and masks are the norm. Some protesters wore masks, for example, featuring Chief Executive Carrie Lam as comic book villain the Joker.
Security had been stepped up in Lan Kwai Fong with water barriers surrounding the area and subway stations closed early. Police had banned today's protest and deployed 3,000 riot officers in preparation for the unrest.
Earlier tonight, tear gas was also fired in Mong Kok as protesters who rallied against alleged police brutality. Now let's get the latest from our correspondent Afifa Arifin. She's standing by in Lan Kwai Fong. Afifa, police were definitely anticipating trouble at tonight's Halloween protest. What's the latest on the ground?
That's right. I'm here in central Devar Road, and this is where police had earlier fired multiple rounds of tear gas. That's because there were hundreds of people who were gathered here to celebrate the Halloween festivities tonight. They tried to make their way into Lan Kwai Fong area, and that's a very popular nightlife district with pubs and bars, and that's traditionally where the annual Halloween festivities are being celebrated. Of course, as you guys have mentioned, there are many security measures around Central today. We can see riot police, dozens of them, are stationed at multiple junctions in Central area. Earlier, there were hundreds of people gathered at various junctions in Central ahead of the Lan Kwai Fong nightlife district, as I was saying. Police had also, we heard, fired rounds of pepper spray and rubber bullets as well. They also had made several arrests because they were asking some people to remove their face masks, but the people refused to comply against it, and so it became a bit violent, and the police had to make several arrests here in Central. Now, it is Halloween, so traditionally people are dressed up in costumes. Many of them here who had marched from Victoria Park had donned on face masks. Now, the police have said it is permissible for them to do so. However, the police will have the powers under the anti-mask ban to ask people to remove their facial coverings, face masks, or any face paint to be able to identify them. And if they do not comply, the police have the right to arrest them. So at this point in time, what we're seeing are really just empty roads here in Central because of the tear gas that the police had fired, multiple rounds of it, much earlier.
Afifa, there's a lot going on over there with the tear gas being fired, the rubber bullets being fired. How is all of this affecting businesses and party revelers tonight?
Well, businesses have definitely taken a hit. As I've said, you know, this area, Lan Kwai Fong, a very busy nightlife area, traditionally attracts thousands of people on the 31st of October who are celebrating Halloween. And these revelers would hit the bars and the clubs and party late into the night. Usually, the police have, had to implement crowd control measures just to contain the people who are partying in the area. But tonight, although the measures are in place, it seems that the party at Lan Kwai Fong has sort of died down. A lot of people I spoke with here earlier were telling me that they were afraid of getting caught up in any possible confrontations between the protesters and the police, and many of them did get caught up in the tear gas incident when the police had fired it much earlier. Now, the Lan Kwai Fong business owners, especially the owners of bars and pubs, they have been suffering a decline in business and profits over the last couple of months as protests have rocked the city. They say that business has dropped from 30% to 60%, and they usually bank on tonight to really rake in the cash, as they said, but that's not happening for them at this moment. A lot of them are saying that they hope that there will be just enough of a crowd to just keep the night going.
Afifa, thank you very much for that update, and please stay safe. That was our reporter there, our correspondent, Afifa Arifin, reporting from Hong Kong.